know why? You know why?
All right. Hi, I get it. I know it's nighttime. I know. Let's just go get Georgia together. For crying out loud, I'm having a parasocial relationship with all of you. Hi. I gotta go pick up Georgia from work. So let's just go for the drive and do it together. I felt like compelled to document this. For probably the fourth time in my life, I have been gifted the opportunity to listen to a bunch of people who are complete strangers to me talk about me for an extended period of time in a disparaging way. But more than any of that, I get to listen. So there's some lady did a space. I have no idea who the lady is. Barbara, I'm not sure. Barbara did a space and Jen Altman was on it. And other people were on it. I don't know their names. That is part of the beauty of this whole process, is that a space that I would never see if it weren't for the besties or the bunnies sending it to me. So a live stream, a space is a live stream. A space or a live stream that is currently happening, that if one of these people, and I think there were 3 or 4 people that sent it to me, if these 4 people hadn't sent it to me, I would never know existed. I don't follow these people. I don't know them. I don't know their names or anything. So these people are online and they're talking about me in mean ways or whatever. Mean's not even the right word. Hateful. I'm not sure. Right in these terrible ways. I get to listen to that. It's almost like getting the text message. You get to see the text message that you would normally never see. You get to listen to these people and they're unabashedly talking about me. And it's wild to listen to. And how is Jimmy sick? I just talked to Jimmy for 45 minutes in the parking lot at Stop and Shop earlier, and he didn't say he was sick. Did he have a live stream planned? Did he say that he wasn't going to do the live stream and then he said he was feeling sick and he's not sick? He could be sick. I have no idea. I did talk to him for quite some time today. He didn't mention he was sick. He did say he was experiencing some mild depression symptoms, which I also have been going through. And what he told me is that he wants more war talk. He wants me to talk more about wars, where I say, we are at war. Have them bring the map so we can look at the terrain and see exactly where I need to send my men. He wants more of that. He didn't even ask. He was like, do this. So push that aside for a second. When I say that, because I say that in the morning now too, put that aside, just compartmentalize that. Put that off over there. We'll get to that in a second. Just give me a minute. Give me a minute. Wow. There's a lot of fucking shit going on in County Street now. People walking in the road when they're not supposed to be. I'm 4 minutes late to pick up Georgia. Naturally, I should extend that time by just doing a live stream and setting it up in my driveway. You'll wait, child. You'll wait. Are you here? No, mommy's doing a live stream. I'm kidding. 2 minutes, bitch. 2 minutes. I would like to, we're going to go back to all of that in a second. I want to reenact. I have never seen the show Euphoria. I've never seen it. I've seen enough of it to know that I made sure my children don't fucking watch it. Perhaps Julia watches it, but she's out of my hands now. My children are like forbidden. Like I have scared the shit out of them. I told Georgia if I ever fucking checked her browser history, her closed tabs, or went on my network where I'm allowed, where I like she essentially thinks that I'm allowed, I can see everything. And I ever see a fucking clip from Euphoria, like I'm taking your phone away from you. However, I'm a big Sydney Sweeney fan because I love girls that like whore it up and they know what they've got. I love that. And there's a part of Euphoria. I haven't seen it, but I've seen this clip. And Sydney Sweeney walks into the bathroom and Rue is like, hi, I don't even know what her name is. And she's like dressed and she's like, are you in the play? And she's like, what play? And she's like, the play that so-and-so's in. And the other girl's like, Oklahoma. And Rue's like, are you in Oklahoma? And she's like, what? And she's like, are you in Oklahoma, the play? And she goes, why would you say that? And she's like, because you look like you're dressed like you're in Oklahoma. And she's like, no, do I look like I'm dressed like I'm in the play? And she's like freaking out. And then who's the scary bitch? The scary one that comes in, the girl with the black hair, the one that was Nate's girlfriend that Sydney Sweeney ends up fucking. And he's the guy from that other movie, Wuthering Heights out right now. Anyway, she walks in and she's like, what play? And Sydney Sweeney's character is like, do I really look like I'm in Oklahoma? And she goes, bitch, you must be joking. Like, fuck, I want to reenact that shit with Jimmy. Jimmy and I need to reenact it. I would like to be Sydney Sweeney. I would like him to be Rue. And I would also like him to be that bitch lady. And I will be like the other characters. So get on that, Jimothy. Anyway, I get to listen to a bunch of people fucking talk about how one lady in particular, you'll know her from the mornings, Carol Monist. Carol Monist watches my show every day. She hates me. She hates everything I stand for. She hates my show. But she admitted on this live stream she can't not watch. She tunes in every single solitary day and hate watches. She said, I am the person she talks about when she says she hate watches. Do you understand? I am here. Do you understand what that means? Like, there is a woman, and that's when I said, what in the Benson and Hedges is going on here? Because she sounds like she literally smokes 2 to 3 packs of Benson and Hedges a day. By the way, if I were to ever take up smoking, which I wouldn't because my lungs are just a baby, but if I ever started smoking, I would definitely get a soft pack of Benson and Hedges and put them in some sort of cigarette case that clasped at the top. But that lady, she's probably here right now. Carol, you know her. In the morning, I always say, Carol, we're going to leave you here. Carol's here. She's always here. She listens to everything I do, but she can't stop. Can't stop, won't stop. Queen. Hi. I am. You're going to have to deal with that. How was work? Just all right. Your brother, why is your stomach hurt? Did you eat?
Yeah.
Oh. Your brother wants me to grab him a milkshake.
Bro.
What do you want me to do? It's a baby. Do you know what that is? That clip when like,
Yes, I know that.
well, just a baby?
I know that.
You do? How was work?
Okay.
I just didn't want to be alone when I drove here, so I invited the chat. Do you need me to get you anything from your place of employment? Shit, what? You're getting one now? It's fine.
Yeah.
It's 10 o'clock. You want one? It only comes in one size. We're just going to get the strawberry horchata. You know the thing I told you about. Can I have a sip of it? Hi, can I do one of the medium strawberry horchatas?
Yeah, but okay, yes, I am.
A medium chocolate milkshake with no whipped cream, no cherry. Okay. And that'll do it. Okay, thank you. The eldest daughter of a nobleman If you lived in fantasy. What's going on?
Well, I'm texting the missus.
You're texting who?
The missus.
The missus? Who's that? Why do you call him the missus? That's funny. Tell Angelo I said hi. The chat is saying hi, Georgia. Say hello to them and be nice to them. All right, we're good. All right, you can do what you need to do. So let me go back to the position at hand. Carol is a very peculiar person because she's a stranger to me and I don't know Carol, right? And Carol has frequently been in the chat and I will never block Carol. I think it would probably send Carol down a spiral if I blocked her. If she couldn't listen and she couldn't comment whenever she so chose, I think it would really get her upset. But my thing is, I'm trying to think about this. I can't imagine hating me so much and getting up in the morning and turning on full 24 on 24. And I just want to say that I 100% enjoy knowing that there is someone that is watching with like hate in their heart. That it's very enjoyable for me. That means I get the people who like me listening, and I also get the people that hate me listening. And like, then there's nobody left except the people that just don't know I exist. And so hopefully.
Was it the number 6 of the small chocolate shake?
No, that's okay. No worries. Is that your manager?
He's great.
He's out here hustling the drinks?
Yeah, because all the teens left.
Oh, because it's 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
He is out here though.
Yeah, he always is.
What's his name? You don't even know. Manager? What do you just call him? Manager?
No, I'll just be like, hey, like, can I do this or should I do this?
Can I ask you a couple questions?
Me?
Yeah.
What?
Okay. My question is, I'm going to leave this window open for him because he may go ahead of me and I'm going to be a good person. Who is your favorite character from The Office? I have some questions.
I haven't watched it in a while. Probably Dwight.
Really? What do you think about Mindy Kaling? Now that
I hate her.
she's lost so much weight. She's on the
I hate her.
Ozempic.
I've always hated her.
Oh, like as the character?
No, and as an actor, as a person, I've hated her. No, she's like an awful person.
Wait, why? She wrote a book. I don't know what it's called, but she wrote a book.
Like, I don't even know. Like, all right, so like when Republicans make fun of like liberals and they like do like and it's like, okay, that's not really like whatever. That's just like a stereotype that like Republicans have against like people who don't agree with them. That's who she is. And it pisses me off. Because nobody's like that. And nobody likes those type of people.
And like, you don't mean the political part of it. Like, she's just like an adversary for no reason.
She's just weird. I don't even know how to put it.
I feel like you have to put it a certain way because I don't understand. Like, do you think she gets a pass in Hollywood because she's Indian?
I don't think so.
Okay. I'm not sure how I feel about it. Wow, we just drove straight up to the window. Yeah. So you're not a fan?
No, I'm not.
I was looking at her Instagram account today. I was talking to Jimmy about this.
Mm-hmm.
There's something about her face now that she's skinny that I actually don't love.
I just don't like her.
No. Okay. What do you think about let me ask you this question. Who plays Jim in real life? What's his name? Okay. Do you think he's a bigger star than Steve Carell in real life now?
No.
Steve Carell is still the biggest star?
$10.68 for the chocolate shake plain and the horchata.
Thank you.
That's Jack's. Or is that mine?
This is the horchata.
You want to sip?
I will
Wait,
not
can I ask
take.
for a big straw?
Yes, I can ask for. Oh, it's Monistat. Yes, it's Carol is very upset. I heard that her last name is Carol Monist. And can we have one of the big straws?
Yeah, you want one or two?
Just one, fine. Thanks. Carol is very, very upset that the chat, she's like, she equally hates the chat. She hates all of you as much as she hates me because the chat started calling her Monistat 7 or something like that, and she got pissed. Like, you can't come into my chat with my friends and my fans and start shitting on me, Carol, and think that they're not going to like activate like the rabid bunny status that they possess, because then they're going to start calling you names. And so, yes, she gets very upset about that. Anyway, move on. There's a woman that like she literally was talking today about how she hates the show, but she can't stop watching it. I don't know. It's just crazy. Anyway, go ahead.
Steve Carell had a career before The Office.
He did?
He did.
What was it?
An actor.
Yes, I know, but like of what? Where?
The 40-Year-Old Virgin.
Oh, that was before The Office?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yes. Mom, he was in movies before The Office.
I need to find that out. I know the 40-Year-Old Virgin. The 40-Year-Old Virgin came out in what year? And what year did The Office start? That kind of has my mind blown because I thought that like that was our first introduction to Steve Carell.
The Office started in 2005.
Okay. And the 40-Year-Old Virgin.
2005. Couple of months.
Bitch, same year.
Yeah, but
Okay.
still. Whatever.
So go ahead.
Steve Carell had a career before The Office. Might not have been big, but he had an acting career. The guy, I think his name's John, didn't.
Right.
When you see him, you think of The Office. When you see Steve Carell, there's a whole number of things.
Well, I guess Jim from The Office, whatever his name is, I keep forgetting it. He's in a lot of things now. Do I want to try this again?
I'm offering. Very cinnamony.
That's better with the bigger straw. Oh, and that's also a lot of cinnamon. Do they manually add cinnamon? Like a scoop?
Pumps.
What? Yeah.
Because it's syrup.
Yeah. That's good. That's yum.
There was.
Oh, wait. Somebody just said Yeast Beast for Carol's nickname, and I would like somebody to remind me of Yeast Beast tomorrow morning. Thank you very much. Go ahead. All right. Go ahead. Like, Dwight was a great character, but has he really been in anything since then?
Yeah. TV shows and stuff.
Yeah.
But anyways.
Ooh.
Complete opposite direction about work.
Go ahead.
30 minutes, so 9:30, right? I have the headset and, an order comes in. I'm like, hi, what can I get for you? The quietest voice I've ever heard.
Okay.
Like, I can't understand a single thing this woman is saying. I'm like, hi, I'm sorry, can you please repeat that? And she goes, And I was like, I'm so sorry, can you speak a bit louder? I'm having trouble hearing you. And she goes, the nerds drink? I was like, you can add nerds to any of our drinks. And she goes, the drink with the nerds. I was like, we don't have a set drink,
Okay.
And then I'm assuming her husband or like this guy was like, the slushy. I was like, oh, you want a slushy with nerds? Like, what syrup? He's like, the blue one. I was like, okay, well, we have blue coconut and blue raspberry. Which one would you want? And they were like, the blue raspberry. Like, they got mad at me. I was like, oh my goodness. Well, I'm not a mind reader. I don't know what you mean by the nerds drink, you idiot.
Hey, don't call them an idiot. They're your customers. They're going to report you. Did the guy come in looking for cups today of ice?
He only got 4 today.
Wait, what? That's so suspicious. Not 6? Why?
4.
Who are they for? Georgia, you've got to find out. You've got to ask. You've got to.
People working today were not the A crew.
You can't, meaning not the A crew. Well, it's a Wednesday,
not the
and this
A
is your
crew.
first Tuesday. This is your first Tuesday you've
I
worked.
know.
Yeah,
The A crews.
right. Awesome. So tomorrow, I understand they're doing things here. So
I saw some I need to do tomorrow.
okay, but before you do any of those things for tomorrow, what you need to know is what's going on with this light on this bank. Why is it doing that? Is there an alarm going off there? Like, so we need to leave the house tomorrow morning at 6:45 to be at school 4:07. Can Angelo come and meet you at school so you're not there by yourself at 7?
Yeah.
Tell him to go earlier?
Yeah.
Okay.
I would ask him to pick me up from school, but
Not an issue. Pick you up from school or to school, you mean?
pick me up to like on the
No,
way.
I drive right that way. That's not the issue.
Okay. No, that way like I don't
Oh,
have to wake up
timing-wise?
that early.
What, it's an extra, we're leaving an extra 15, 20 minutes
the
earlier.
mama- Okay, whatever. Yeah.
Anyway, just get over it. So tomorrow morning, whatever time, adjust. Getting up in the morning, we need to leave at 6:45. I have to drop you off right at the school at 7 exactly.
Okay.
Do you need to do anything tonight? Like take your shower tonight, or are you going to do it in the morning? Okay. I'm going to take a shower tonight and do my hair tonight, so we're not in the bathroom when I have to do my makeup and stuff.
I have that meeting tomorrow.
After school?
Yes.
Okay.
I have that meeting, and then
We're going to have to talk about pickup because, like, I need to come home and I have that event at 5:15. Like, I might be at home preparing for the event and I won't be able to pick you up. So I don't know. I have no idea how long court's going to go. The possibility I may literally come straight from court and have to go straight to the high school, the middle school. Like, it may be that kind of a court thing.
okay. If so, I can ask Jack.
Mima, Jack, bunnies. Hi, bunny. Over here. Mima or Jack, either one. Jack went and got his car checked today because, I'll tell the chat. This morning, Jack called me. He was backing up into a parking space, or he was pulling into a parking space, and the car just died.
Oh, the battery.
The battery was not put in properly when he and Jeff replaced the battery.
Right.
So we brought it to Johnny's, and they put it all together again, tightened everything up. So now the car is all set.
Johnny's great.
We totally worked on Jack's closet today. You should go see it. It looks great.
Funny, it's so good.
Why though? What do you think?
I think it's because my apron.
It's too tight
No, I think just because I'm wearing it.
around your waist? You think your apron is what's hurting your stomach? Then it's too tight.
If it falls down though.
You should not be wearing it too tight.
I think it's just because I wear it for so long, Mom.
Loosen it up.
Why
You want
are
me
you,
to?
like, mad?
Because you shouldn't be in pain from your stomach from an apron.
Yeah, because it's on for 7 hours.
Even so, do you want me to? You know what I can make? I can make like Velcro on your apron, so you don't have to tie it around your waist like that. Or I can do something with buttons. I can sew it on.
No.
Get out of my car. I'll be in a minute. Goodbye. I love you. Oh, give this to your brother.
You want my strawberry lemonade?
No, thank you. I'll throw it in the trash though.
Where's the straw?
Do you want this? No? Okay. All right, I'll be in shortly. Goodbye. Alrighty. Let's hold on one second. I could sew buttons on it for her or something. Give me a second. I'm texting TT to see if she would like if she would like to talk. running after with a sewing machine? No, ma'am. If we're sewing Velcro or buttons, we're doing that by hand. Don't worry. Hold on. We're going to call TT. Hold on a second. Twice in one day. I had to go pick up Georgia and I didn't want to go alone. So I just had you guys come with me. Hold on a second. You didn't miss much, Lisa. I'm trying to call TT through Facebook Messenger and that does not work. So let's try. TT is still at the hospital. Hold that thought. I can't, there's a lot of people on my side I can see. Hello? Hi. Oh, I was on a live stream. I didn't know if you wanted to talk to the besties. They were asking about you. Are you on the morphine? Are you on the Vicodin? All right. TT was sleeping. I straight up woke her up. I mean, unfortunately for TT, I share all of the things. So it's so typical of TT to try to steal the spotlight from me. Just when my star is starting to shine the brightest, TT has begun to start showing up by getting herself admitted to the hospital and trying to become the popular, most important twin. That is just so on brand for TT. We approach things, TT and I approach things very differently in life. If you're in the bestieverse, when people were coming at me, TT just has like this, I don't know how to say it. There's like this approach about stuff. Anyway, I'll give you a little bit of info about TT and we're just going to say it as it is. So TT had been having I'm going to steal the story from her. She had one chance. She could have told it and she couldn't do it. So that's it. She loses the opportunity to share her medical journey. TT was having abdominal pain that was pretty severe. And it was somewhat out of the blue. It was on her right side. And because she thought that it was kind of towards the right, because she thought it was potentially an appendix situation, she's on the morph. She decided to go to the ER at St. Luke's because she wasn't really sure. And I would venture to say TT has a high threshold for pain. And so it's really kind of a big deal for TT to go to the hospital. Unlike myself, I go for just about every little thing. I go to the ER all the time. And so TT went in yesterday afternoon and they did a CAT scan of her abdomen and they said that her uterus looked enlarged and that they were going to be partnering with oncology to come in and start taking a look because they said that they thought that it was uterine cancer. Now TT jokingly said to me, I knew it was bad news when he pulled the trash can over to the side of the bed and he sat on the side of me on the trash can. So, they admitted her, and so she's still there. So there is some good news. So they did an MRI and a sonogram, and both of those still showed, obviously an issue with her uterus. They did a blood panel, and the blood panel came back all within range. So I think the next step is a biopsy of what is going on inside her. But because the blood work and blood panel came in range, like normal, like they're now saying that perhaps that this is like fibroids, like really, really bad fibroids. And so they kept her again, and I think the blood work kind of made us feel a little bit better about everything. And so now I think, and that was only just tonight, this afternoon. So between yesterday and this afternoon, it was, TT's got the big C. Great. Love that for us. And she was joking about it, and it just, but now I think they think it's something else. She does have a lesion on her liver that they were concerned about, and also a lesion on her hip, but apparently that's already been scanned a couple years ago and then recently, and it doesn't change in size. So listen, what I think, to be quite honest with you, is that my sister probably has fibroids that are just out of control. Endometriosis doesn't show up on an MRI or a CAT scan. When I had my issues with that, my doctor went in laparoscopically and looked around, and that's when he saw the endometriosis and where it was. And if anybody has endometriosis or you've ever had it, I could probably do a whole show on that too. But like the tissue and all of the endometriosis tissue can travel, and it can go on things, like it can go on other organs and stick to them and cause pain and discomfort. Mine was so severe, it kind of went all the way up underneath my rib cage. And so the pain I was getting was like all the way up, which is why when I had my hysterectomy, they went in to remove as much tissue as they could. They didn't do it like, this is just not nighttime shit, but they didn't do like it vaginally or like with the small little incisions. They literally reopened my C-section because it was so severe they had to go in. I have a feeling that's what's happening with TT, and they just don't know. Oh my God, the Lupron depot shots are the absolute worst. My doctor gave me one of those. When they went in and they did the first, listen, I went in with severe pain in my stomach, and I went to the ER, of course I did, and they did a scan of my stomach, and they said that I had a cyst on my ovary, and that's what was causing the pain, that I should go see my OBGYN. So as soon as I heard that it was a cyst on my ovary, I was like, no big deal, who cares? I would chew fucking Advil all the time, or Aleve all the time. It kept going and kept going and kept going. And I finally was like, I should probably go to the doctor and like have them like zap this cyst. It's getting out of control. And I was like, okay, I want to go. I need to take some time out of work. And another lady in my office was out. She had a surgery. And I said, as soon as she comes back, I'm going to take that day off and I'm going to go to the doctor. And I ended up going in, and they did a scan, and they were like, there's no cyst. And I was like, well, that's impossible because the pain is still there. And my doctor was like, he did a scan of my abdomen. He didn't see anything. And I was like, no, like the pain is just so bad. No way. So he's like, well, we're going to go in with the little camera. We're going to take a look around. They knocked me out. I think I was only out for like an hour total. And when I woke up, my doctor was like, you have stage 5 endometriosis. He's like, I've never seen it this bad. How are you even walking around? Like, you must be in so much pain. And I was like, I'm actually chewing Tylenol, Advil, and like Aleve, like on repeat. I really do feel like this is what TT has. She maybe has the fibroids, obviously, because her uterus on these scans looks different. But like, I betcha any money it's that bad, right? So she's been in some pain. So I think we are past the cancer situation, although they are still going to do a biopsy and make a final determination, I believe, if I'm correct. That's the way it was said. And then they're going to have to maybe go in and take a look around and see what's going on. But she was on the morphine and she hates it. She doesn't like the morphine because she said it gave her a really, really bad headache and it doesn't last very long. They put her on like the tramadol or whatever to start off. That wasn't even taking the edge off of anything. And so she's, I don't know what they've got her on now, but she has been sleeping and she's been feeling a little bit better. But she is still in the hospital and they are not releasing her yet until they figure out what's going on. By the way, the Lupron shot. So my doctor went in and of course this is about TT and I make it about myself. Yeast Beast is going to hate this. She's going to hate this for me. So my doctor does that thing and he says, listen, it's pretty bad. We're, but we can give you a hysterectomy. And I said, is that my only option? And he was like, well, he's like, we could try to put you on this thing called like a Depro shot or whatever it is. And you get it once a month. You come to the office, we shoot it in your ass and it makes you feel like you're in menopause. And that should help the swelling of your uterus and all of the endometriosis tissue. And it might help. In his defense, he literally was like, it's never going to help you, but whatever. And so I said, no, I don't want a surgery. I'm going to try this. I did one shot. The day I had the shot, I came home from the doctor's office. I was in the most excruciating pain. I kept telling Jeff, punch me in the face and knock me out. Punch me in the face and knock me out. It was so fucking bad. And then the next day I had the craziest, sickest hot flashes I've ever experienced in my life. I called out of work. The shot was supposed to like keep me working and keep me going. And I called out of work. I was so uncomfortable. I had to go through that for 30 days. So I was like going to work. I felt so sick. I was like, I cannot do this 2 more times. Like for 3 months, he was like, if you do it, you've got to try it for 3 months. So here I am. Like he made me promise, if you don't do the surgery, we've got to do the depot for 3 months. We're not going to give you the depot for 1 month. And then what do you think I did? I was like a bitch baby. I was like, there's no fucking way I'm doing this shot for 3 months. Like never the fuck again. I will never do it again. And so I called him. I said, I'm not coming in for my shot next month. Let's just schedule the surgery. And so I think the depot shot was in October. And he took me out of work. He took me out of work for October, November, and December because he said my pain was so severe, which it was. And that is when I tried Vicodin. And he told me I could not take any more leave because I guess they did tests on my kidneys and my kidneys were like, whatever those numbers are, beats the hell out of me. I have no idea what the numbers mean or whatever. My numbers were not good. And he said I could not continue to do that. So what he did was he took me out of work and he said, I'm going to give you a prescription for Vicodin. Take it only when it's really, really bad. And like, take one of these. So I was like, okay. I took a Vicodin and I put the kids on the bus. I took the Vicodin and then went into the foyer and I sat down on the chair and Jeff came into the fucking front room and he said my mouth was open and I was drooling. And I was like, I don't know, but I feel wonderful. And this is also a crazy story. I took the Vicodin. I wouldn't take a whole one. I took a half of one. in the middle of like my morning to try to get me through the day. And then I would sneak the Tylenol or Aleve at night. After 2 weeks, because I think I only had 10 days of the Vicodin or whatever, I had to call in to get like another one. I was laying in bed at night and I was like rubbing my feet together. And I don't rub my feet together. And I felt like my body was craving the Vicodin. And I Googled on my phone, like signs of like becoming addicted to Vicodin. And one of the signs was like rubbing your feet together or rubbing your legs together. And I was going through like withdrawals and I literally never took it again. Like I never took it again. I got so scared. Like right then and there, I was like, oh my God, can you imagine? I just have endometriosis and now I'm going to like get addicted to Vicodin. Like it scared the shit out of me. And so I stopped it immediately and then just went back to taking a leave like every 3 hours. I didn't tell my doctor or anything, but come hell or high water, I was getting that fucking surgery in January. They had to put it off like an extra week or something like that. And finally, I ended up having it done. And that in itself was an absolute disaster. But what do you do? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I was so, oh my God, I was so uncomfortable. I was in so much pain. I didn't know how to handle it. And it was like, just get to the surgery. And then it was terrible. Terrible, terrible. And I'm telling you, I betcha TT is having the same situation and she just doesn't know. Because fun fact, you could literally have endometriosis for years and never know. I did not have terrible, terrible periods and I didn't have pain outside of my period until literally the year that I got diagnosed with endometriosis. It is almost like it came out of nowhere. And I know that sounds crazy. That is just what happened. Like, I don't ever remember having debilitating pain like that until that year. And I think TT, the same thing. Like, she has been fine. And then all of a sudden it's come out of nowhere. But my thing is this, like, you know, what doctor is going to say, I'm going to do like a little laparoscopic look around inside your tum-tum and see what's going on in there? Like, nobody's going to do that. You know what I mean? Like, it's one of the things I loved about Dr. Ali. He was just like, yeah, like we're gonna go in and peek around. Like, I believe you. Like, it's been going on too long. Like, thank God he did that. Some people go misdiagnosed with endometriosis for years and years and years. It's crazy. And so, yeah, the endometriosis thing is wild. And this all connects to another thing. Like, so I had my surgery in January and I told you guys this story, but I got sick. I got released from the hospital. I came home. I had a fever and they admitted me back into the hospital. I had an infection and they thought that they did a scan of my abdomen and they saw like there was like a spot inside my abdomen. They thought there was like fluid or an infection or something. Right. And so I go back into the hospital and whatever. Make a long story short, finally I get home and I'm like totally recovered and I go back to work. I'm 2 months into work and I got sick and diagnosed with lupus, like literally right after that. And I am telling you, like my body like went through that surgery and the surgery triggered the lupus and that was it. Also, there's this whole theory about daughters of fathers that were exposed to Agent Orange in Vietnam and they have lupus. And I'm telling you, I feel like that's legit. And TT's my twin. She's my womb mate. So who knows? Who knows? Also, I mean, we woke up TT just now at the hospital. Can I make a confession? About Ford is here. Sorry for everything that's going to happen. I'm about to make a confession about something. Just tell me when you're ready. Okay, Erin and Ashley is listening. I feel good. Okay, perfect. We're not talking about vaginas. Not right now. All right. This is a real-time confession, and I feel I feel like this is me confessing this right now is actually going to prevent something from happening. Okay? Nobody can talk about other things. You have to stop. You cannot bring up other things right now. Finish everything that you're all talking about and stop talking. I'm getting something ready to be said. No, Sketty, I'm not sleeping on it. It's the right thing to do. Hold on. Before I do that, I just have to check one thing. One thing. I'm about to do something that it's for the best. Let me just look up one thing. Auntie Deb. Let me just look at Auntie Deb's page for 1 second. He's sick. Somebody said he's sick, so he's down bad. So that would make sense. It's better that way. Okay. All right. I have to make a confession. You're only talking to me. All right. Here's the confession. So, because of the relentless attacks on my YouTube channel and me getting very, very, very stressed out about potentially getting demonetized, and the very small facet of group of people who have been like attacking me online, but I don't care about the words. I care about my channel. I care about this. Oh my God. No, 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 Jimmy. I'm sorry, Jimmy. Jimmy. I'm hyperventilating, dude. Okay. All right. Okay. Fuck. So, okay. Stop it, Jessica. Jessica, stop it. Okay, listen. I have to ignore Jimmy. Let me take that off the screen because I'm fucked. All right. So here, I just wanted, listen, I'm very upset. And there are a very short list of people, I would say 4 people who I feel are actively working to get my channel taken down. 5. And so Jessica in the real world, political world, Jessica does all the things. Jessica doesn't take this shit lying down, right? Jessica doesn't just brush it off. I know we talk about it, but we don't, it looks like we don't act on those things. But when you start talking about coming after me and my money, the money that I have barely yet become accustomed to, right? And the way that I have been able to enhance the life of my children over the past couple of months and all of the things that I absolutely love, right? Like that is a problem for me. And so I'm very sorry to admit this, but I started to actually take some action. So the first thing I did is I started doing some serious recon work. Okay. And I started looking at Jason Broyles to start. And I uncovered as much information as I could about Jason Broyles. And I'm doing this all on my own. I'm doing this at home. Okay. And I'm using my skill sets that I have that I don't always show everybody, but I use them. Okay. Now, you know the basics, right? Like, in Massachusetts, you go on masslandrecords.com and you type somebody's name in and you find where they live, right? But like, it goes way deeper than that. So I started to uncover who this person is. Who is Jason Broyles? Who is the person that is testifying in an affidavit for Aiden? Like, I wanted to know more about this person. How can we have this person here and we know nothing about him? And almost at the same time, a clip showed up on my feed, and he's on a stream with JFK, and somebody was on it, and he was just like, I don't know who he was talking to, and I can't find it anymore, but it was like him saying like, yeah, you tried to dox my family. And I was like, challenge accepted. Like, how hard can this be? And so it turns out it just took a little bit of elbow grease, and I found like his whole family. Like, I found his wife, I found his daughter, I found his son, I found his mother-in-law, I found everything. I found everything about him. I found out about his old company. I found out about the school where his wife is like a benefactor. I found out about where his daughter went to college, and that she likes to drink in cars while they're driving. And I found about what kind of sports teams his son is on. I found out what they look like. I found out where they went on vacation. I found out about their dog, what their kitchen looks like. I found out where the daughter currently, what inside of her apartment looks like. I found her social media accounts. I found her name. I found out everything about this person. And I was like, this is the person that is like actively trying to like ruin people's lives. And I put it all together like chronologically. And then today I did something that I never, ever, ever said I would do. I created a alternate burner profile account. And oh, I didn't tell anybody. I didn't do anything. I just created it. And I don't know what to do when you have a burner account. It's very peculiar to me. Okay. I don't know how this works. So I toggle over to my new my new account, and I don't even know how do people find me when I'm on this account? What do I do? What do I do? Do I go start clicking on things, following people? What do I follow? I followed the White House. Like, that sounds basic. Like, I just didn't know what to do. And then I was like, I'm going to put it all up. I'm going to post it all. And I'm going to say, how does this feel? How does it feel? You care so much about your life being protected when you're out here trying to ruin everybody's life. And so I call Jimothy, and I say, I have been working on this thing, and I have all of this stuff. And your queen was like, shut up. I was like, yeah. And so he's like, what did you find? And I was like, well, this and this and this and this and this. And he's like, oh shit. And so I was like, what do I do with it? Like, I'm joking around, but I'm being very serious. Having all of this information and all of this stuff, I said, well, I got to start the car. I'm cold. It's cold out here in my driveway. And, like, I was like, well, okay, so this is what makes the difference between women and girls, or men and women, or men and children, or whatever. I don't really know how to say it. I can't go through with it is basically where I'm at. I can't go through with it. I have all of these things. I got the account ready. I uploaded a picture and I took it down, and I can't do anything with it. And I think the only way to keep me from doing anything with all of this stuff is to tell all of the public. So now it can't be secret anymore. So if it shows up anywhere, it's me, and then everybody would know it's me. And so that's it. That's it. Okay? So I'm not going to share any of the stuff. I'm not going to dox. It's not like dox. Like, it's all public. These are all public things that you can find if you have the tools. I will tell you what you want. I will tell you without showing you. His wife is not attractive. It's not attractive. And yet somehow she's too pretty for him, if that makes sense. I don't even know what that means. Like, she's not attractive, but also like she's too good looking for him. So I have all of this stuff and I can't do it. I'm not that kind of person. And I'm sorry I let you all down. Now, it would have been a whole burner accounts are just so much work. Like, I would have had to have liked accounts and then started commenting. I did. I test commented on something, and it's too much. It's too much. It's too much. The daughter likes taking photos with her tongue out and drinking. She's a big partier, or at least she was. She does. I'm not going to even tell you what she does. I'm not going to say it. Just not. I'm not going to say anything about them and what they do, or his business and how his business was dissolved. And his business partner was from Poughkeepsie, New York, and they had a business together. And it was out of the registered address was out of Jason's house, but the business partner is from Poughkeepsie, New York, and he has a whole life too. This guy, I found everything about him too because they had a business together. No. Did somebody just say she's an artist? Wrong. Listen. That is a lie. Jimmy said, yes, his daughter is on Facebook, and he directed me to her Facebook account. That is not his daughter. So if he is telling you that it is his daughter, or it's purported that it is his daughter, it's not his daughter. It's not his daughter. This was something that was very swiftly, like we figured that out when Jimmy was like, yeah, this is the daughter's name. And I was like, unequivocally, that's not the daughter's name. Look at this one. Jimmy, tell us what we need to know. No. So yeah, that's not his daughter. I'm not sure what's going on. I actually think it's Jason using that account and saying that's his daughter, but it's not his daughter. I'm blessing and releasing that. I just can't do it. I saw you, to me. I see one comment at the top. So anyway, I just want to say that I could not do it, and I liked doing it. I liked doing the recon work. I like the skill set I have. I like the investigative. And like I said, ladies, if your husband or your boyfriend, you suspect he is cheating on you, unleash the hounds. Let me get to work. I will have everything you need to know in the palm of your hand by tomorrow morning. I am that good. You know what? Fuck it. If the YouTube channel gets taken down, we are going to Bunny Investigative Services, LLC, and I am just going to be an investigative PI for all of you. I can do this. I can do it. Caw. We feed the birds, baby. Listen, Conzilla, I didn't read your comment, but I love the fucking name Conzilla. Conzilla, that's a great name. It's great. I love it so very much. Jimmy is very obsessed with my seagull situation. He loves the seagulls. There's not enough cawing in the background. Listen, you sent it to the phone that I'm currently live streaming from, so I can't play it. So yeah, Josephine Broyles is not his daughter. Sorry. Okay. So anyway, I talked myself out of it. I can't be a mean person. I can't do it. I had all this power, all this information, and I just can't do it. Send it to the 401 number, please.
Oh, by the way, I
Stop. So anyway, that's that. That's the tea. I found out all the things. I just, I know how much he paid for his house. I know all of the things. I know what his wife does for a living. I'm not no, we're not nothing. No. I guess maybe it was enough to know that I could do it, and also that he wasn't a secret to me anymore. You know what? I'm sorry, but I'm not sharing that information with you. If it so perturbs you that there is a person out here being a menace in the chats with all of the ladies, then you know what? Go do all of the things yourself. You go do the work. So is Sparkly Rabbit on our side now? No. Also, fun fact, Nina was on there tonight, but fun fact, Sparkly Rabbit sent me a Venmo. Okay? She sent me a Venmo. Let me see what it says on it. It said, it was $10 from Marie Carvalho, and it said, "For truth, apologies, and real life, I get you now. You do you. I appreciate you. Marie," hearts making a heart emoji. Okay? And Marie is going and getting her master's degree. So just don't worry about Marie. Marie is doing just fine. Can I find Nancy Guthrie? Yes. Hold on a second. I got something sent to me that must be heard. Yes, my children. I'm going to send you on a secret extra special mission. Where are you going? I'm going to need you to strap on your vests. You're going to be taking a drive to Connecticut. Yes, I'll give you the address. I know exactly where it is. You must go find Jason Broyles and his wife and his children. Yes, that's exactly it. I want you to send the message that he can no longer come to Massachusetts and act like he is important. We know everything about him. We know what kind of clothing he wears when he goes on vacation with the family, and it is exactly what you would expect. Charles, you have a very, very, very secret mission. You, Charles, you're going to sweep low, close to Jason Broyles' wife. Get close to her ear. You can do it, Charles. You were born for this. You were bred for this. You were made in a nest high up above Newport, Rhode Island, home of the tall ships. Oh no. Hello? 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 I'm on a live stream right now. I can't be bothered. Who is this? You're boring me. You're boring. You're dull. All right, back. Somebody just called me from a private number. Whatever. Hold on. Let's go back. back to Charles. Charles, you have a secret mission. You were born for this. Now, when you are with the group, I want you to fall behind. Don't go to the front. Don't go to the side. Fall behind. Yes, exactly like that, Charles. And then when you see his wife, Jason Broyles' wife, getting out of the house, and she's got a Stanley in her hand, Charles. She's going to be heading to her vehicle to head to her job. Charles, I want you to find her, and I want you to slowly swoop down alongside of her and get in her ear. Romy, who is Charles? Charles is my special agent. He is an admiral in our Seagull fleet, and he has been given and tasked with a special mission. He's excited. Charles, when you get close to Mrs. Broyles, I want you to kindly whisper in her ear, "Your husband slept with a crack whore, and he told the whole internet." And then, Charles, I want you to swoop away as fast as you can. No, Charles, don't look back, Charles. Just swoop down, say it swiftly, alert her of his indiscretions, and get back to the pack. They'll be ahead of you, Charles. And Charles, as you join the pack and you all turn around and head back to the Bay State of Massachusetts, I want you, Charles, to beam with pride. Beam with pride at what you've been able to accomplish. Alert the wife, Charles, that she has a piss drinker sleeping in the bed on the side of her, Charles. Yes, Charles, you will receive adulation and awards when you get back. I would like you all to send up the signal, Charles, and I will meet you down at the boat ramp here in Somerset, and we will talk about the next step in our strategy. But Charles, tell no one. No, Charles, you don't have to worry about Jim Altman. Your family will be safe and protected while you are on this mission. She can't harm your wife and your children. She has small hands, and she smells like cabbage. She can't sneak up on anyone, Charles. We smell her coming from a mile away. Yes, Charles, she's a nurse of some kind, but it doesn't matter. It's not the kind of nurse like Sparkly Rabbit. It's a different kind of nurse. She's some sort of respiratory therapist, Charles, and it's of no concern to you. Do not worry. We will protect your family. There will be a fleet that is left behind, and they will protect her and your children while you are on your mission to alert Mrs. Broyles of the pig that she has been living with. Can you do it, Charles? Can you do this for the bunnies, for our family? We are at war, Charles. If you can't do this mission, then please let me know, because if you can't, I will ask Ralph to take in and take your place. Charles, it's up to you. Ralph, settle the fuck down, Ralph, okay? It's not your time. Get to the back of the fucking line. Charles, as I said, it's your mission. It's your chance. It's your time. How else, Charles, will you ever stand out amongst the crowd of other white and gray gulls with yellow beaks? You're not like Ralph. Ralph is brown, and Ralph is missing half of his left leg. Charles, Ralph has been on a mission. Charles, Ralph has been on a mission like this before. He's not afraid. And quite frankly, Charles, Ralph's wife left him and his children have not spoken to him in a fortnight. He has nothing to lose, to be quite honest with you, Charles. So it's either you take this now while it's been placed upon you, or, dear God, Charles, step aside and let Ralph come back and fulfill his destiny. Understood. Understood, Charles. And thank you so much for understanding exactly what has happened. What is that? What, Ralph? Ralph, that is very, very kind of you. Charles, I don't know if you heard that, but Ralph has offered to stand up and take watch over your nest to ensure that Jim Altman and her sandy vagina do not come upon your wife and your family when you are out on your mission. Ralph, this is so noble of you, and we thank you. Charles, I'm going to ask that tomorrow morning you head out on this mission. It shall be the perfect time. As you know, Charles, Jason Piss Broyles will be in the state of Massachusetts tomorrow. He will attend the courthouse. And while he is on the side of Meredith O'Neill, holding her hand and white knighting her, while his wife thinks that he is at some sort of conference out in Poughkeepsie, it is the time, and this is when you must go. So, Charles, my liege, get your rest. Pick up the scroll with all of the information in my mailbox tomorrow morning at 4:45 sharp, Charles, and get on the road with choose your men, Charles. Pick your team. Don't allow me to give you who you think you need. Let you pick who you want. Pick your men. That's fine if you don't want Stefan. Stefan is a hothead and you can't trust him. I 100% agree with you. I will alert Stefan. Ralph! Go tell Stefan not to put on his boots tomorrow morning. Tell him to stay in bed. Seymour, you're up. You're going tomorrow with Charles on a mission. Anyway, Charles, go build your group. Get your plan together. Stop by my home tomorrow morning. Pick up the scroll in the mailbox, and all the directions will be on there. And by God, Charles, go forth and do what must be done to save and protect us all. Alert Mrs. Broyles of the piss breath that her husband has, and give us all a chance at fixing humanity, Charles. Thank you, Charles. Go with God, Charles! We are at war! Anyway, what a Tuesday. Such a fun Tuesday night. God, I'm tired. I don't know, Jimmy. Is that enough for you? Is that enough? Is that enough? Did I put on a performance for you, Jimmy? Is that enough? I used 5 different accents in that whole thing. 5 different accents. My husband is looking out the window wondering what the fuck I am doing. What happened to Georgia? Georgia went in the house. Georgia was like, peace the fuck out, mom. And I was like, I'm going to stay and talk to the besties for a few more minutes. And then that happened. I confessed to you that I did recon work on broils and I chose not to use it. And then I decided to get all of my seagulls and have them go and alert Jason Broyles' wife that he is a pig and he is basically out there, you know, DMing with, like, Charles has to do this. He's Romy said she just knows that Charles uses a quill pen. And so anyway, that's, you know, whatever. Listen, this isn't real life. It's not the real world. Jeff wants to know where the birds came from because he hid the bird seed. It doesn't matter. My besties sent me new bird seed and a bird seed dispenser. Don't worry about it. Also, I'll just tell you, because tomorrow I won't be able to tell you stories because we're going to be in the car because we're driving to fucking South Boston. I was driving to go pick up Georgia from school today in the afternoon, and I was driving in the back way. Now, there's 2 ways to get there, okay? There's the main road and County Street. That's the road I normally go on because it's high energy. You know what I mean? There's lots of cars and stuff. Jeffrey likes taking the road all along the river because Jeffrey likes to listen to his fucking vibing music, and that's what he likes to do. He likes the back road. Sometimes I'm feeling high energy, but sometimes I'm feeling like, okay, like let's relax. So I took the road near the water. And as I'm driving, and I'm a little early today, believe it or not, and I'm deciding I'm going to make some phone calls. I'm going to talk to some people I haven't talked to in a while. They understand that I am out here chasing my dreams. And so if I don't get to gossip with them as much as I used to, they understand. Because unbeknownst to people like Jennifer Altman, I have many, many friends, many of them, many. Shout out to Jay Pimenta and Chris McNall and all of the besties. That's just 2 people. And I'm not even going to get into the political side of it, but I have many, many friends. Many friends. So I was like, I'm going to make some phone calls, right? So I leave a little bit early. I make a phone call. I'm on the phone and I'm talking to a bestie and I say, I got to go. I got to go because out of the corner of my eye, I see a man bringing a pool ladder out to the front of his house. And I go, that looks exactly like the kind of pool ladder I need. Now, my pool has a pool ladder. We don't have a big pool. It's like a 17-foot wide pool, 4 feet deep, above ground pool. I love it. It's everything. I'm obsessed. I love my pool. But some point through the past 10, 11 years, the ladder has it's PVC, right? But the top of it, I don't even know what to say. It's like tape. We taped it. Okay. And the other side of it is holding on for dear life. And I always am like, you know, when you're looking on Facebook Marketplace for shit you don't even really need. I started looking for fucking pool ladders like 5 years ago. And some people are crazy. Used pool ladders, $200. You're nuts. I can go buy a new one for $5. And by the way, I can buy a pool ladder this year. But I'm always still looking for the deals. So I've been looking because, you know, it's spring and people are going to start like getting rid of their pools or buying new ones. It's a good time to look for them. Well, don't you know this man? I turn around and I get over to his house and the pool ladder is on the ground. Like it's ready to go. And so I rolled down my window and I'm just my friendly old self. And I was like, hi. And he's like, hello. And I was like, is that pool ladder are you getting rid of it? And he goes, yeah, pull over. So I pull my car over. Now, keep in mind, I had just gone to the studio yesterday. And so the seats of my Jeep are all down in the back. And I said, what size pool did you have? And what do you think the guy had? He had a 17-foot pool with 4 feet deep. And I was like, huh. I said, that looks exactly like the size ladder that I need. And now it has metal handles at the top. It's all white. And I said, are you sure you're getting rid of it? And he goes, please get rid of it. I don't want it here. And sadly, all of his children are older, 27 and 30, and he's kept the pool going for these years, but they don't use it anymore. I will eventually be that same person. And he was like, he finally took the pool down. And so he said, let's get into your Jeep. And I said, okay. He goes, you want to put the seats down? And I go, they're already down. And in that moment, it made me sound like I had been stalking him. And indeed I was. I drove by and then turned back around. But I said, I had some stuff in here yesterday. And he's like, okay. And then he put it in and it slid right into my Jeep just perfectly. I was going to say something sexual, but like it slid right into my Jeep. I was like, it's perfect. And I was like thanking him, and we were talking a little bit more because, you know, that's what like people do, right? And all of a sudden a dog ran to his fence, and it was a motherfucking husky, a brown and white one nonetheless. And I was like, oh, it's been nice talking to you, but I got to skedaddle because no thank you. Did you slid right into your Jeep like it was a DM? No, bestie. I was going to say slid right into my Jeep like a dick into a wet vagina. That is actually what I was going to say. Not sliding into the DMs. I tried to keep it clean, but you kind of like you forced my hand. I don't know what else to say. So anyway, I got a pool ladder, and then I called Meowser Tino, and I was like, Meowser, guess what just happened? And I told him, and he was like, what? That's great. And I was like, I know, right? And he goes, you got to start cataloging all of these crazy like coincidences that happen to you. And I was like, I do a motherfucking podcast every day, Jeffrey. I memorialize all of these stories on my show every day. And he's like, oh yeah, I guess you do. And I was like, I do. Yes. Okay. I got to go in the house. It's 11:21. I got to get up at 5:00 in the morning. I got to go in the house right now. I'm going to take a shower, and I'm going to blow dry my hair, and I'm going to straighten it so I don't have to do anything tomorrow. I already know what I'm wearing tomorrow. I'm wearing jeans, but the short ones with the thick cuff at the bottom that look dressy. I'm wearing my tan open-toed shoes because I still have a really good pedicure. I am going to wear a tank top with a blazer and a belt. And if you see me, you better tell me I look pretty, okay? And if you take a picture with me, you better fucking make me look nice in it. Don't let shitty pictures of me get on the internet. I will be driving Georgia to school at 6:45 a.m. At 7:00, we are on the road, and we are getting to South Boston. We are going to some courthouse that, by the looks of the map, there is no motherfucking parking. Speaking of parking, where's our parking king Ford? Mr. Ford, is there any parking in Southie near this district courthouse that you can assist me with? I'm not really sure. You know what? Fuck it. I'll take the ticket. I don't really care. I just got to get there. Now, on my maps, it tells me that it's 1 hour and 5 minutes away from me. That was today at like 3:00. That means we double that time. We double that time for tomorrow. Because tomorrow morning, early in the morning, we double it. So if it takes me 1 hour and 5 minutes, we say it's going to take me 2 hours and 10 minutes. If we leave at exactly 7 a.m., then we're going to pull up there at 9:10. Now, one of you may be called upon to just take my vehicle. I'm going to pull in front of the courthouse. I'm going to give you my keys. You're going to go park it, and then you're going to come back so I can run into the courthouse and I can go in and get into the press room. Does that make sense? Do you volunteer as tribute? Sure. Thank you. What is this? Come park at my office and I will Uber us in. I'm like 15 minutes away. Miss Walsh, that sounds like it might not even get me there on time, but I will call you in the morning. How about that? That may help. Okay. And for anybody that is saying Jess Machado shouldn't be there tomorrow and that's the worst thing in the world, but no. You come at Aiden, You want to get a restraining order against him? Welcome to the big show. He's a public figure. He's huge in Massachusetts and around the country. It's public information everybody wants to know. There's no shame in this game. Quite frankly, walk into the fucking courthouse in Fall River and you can watch these things happen all the time. Who said that? Everybody. Everybody says all these crazy things about me. You know what would make me sad? If you stopped talking about me. Keep talking about me. All right. I'm sure somebody is going to clip and save all of my Seagull stuff. Is the Seagull stuff stupid? I know Jimmy loves it, and I do have an attachment to the Seagulls. And we have a crest made. I don't know if anybody knows that. Is it stupid or is it funny? I think it's funny. I think it's funny. When I go back and listen to it, I laugh. I think it's funny. That lady, what's her name again? Yeast Beast. She said, wait, I recorded it. Hold on. Don't leave, my mammy. Hold on. Wait, I recorded this. There's a part where she goes, I don't even know who she thinks she is. Bitch, I am Jessica motherfucking Machado. It's not that one. Hold on. Is it this one?
She can talk about me all she wants.
Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. Not the voice. Not the voice.
I would have her harassment. I would have got that in a long time ago. She's never threatened me. She's never threatened me, and that's fine.
Fine. She never threatened me. It's so fine. I've never threatened her. It's fine. It's totally fine.
What do you think? When she was trying to make excuses for, I don't attack people. It only if they come at me first, like she's trying to make up all these excuses, and I only did it because they think, so then all I wrote, and I have written like a deck of months in her chat, because I don't really want her chat beat me up or, none of that,
She doesn't comment in the chat because she doesn't want the chat beating her up in the chat.
didn't say anything mean, but I just said LTO and Mike told us about it, okay? And that's not evil piece of shit, okay? She's not this. Any chat I see her and I will never say.
I'm so sorry. I forgot. This is Yeast Beast. This is the Yeast Beast, also known as Carol Monist Stat 7. This woman was on a stream tonight on Spaces, and she just was going off on me. And I'm crazy because I just let her keep talking in the chat every time. I don't care what she says. I always say, don't block her, let her stay. And she's over here on some Spaces saying all this crazy shit about. She's crazy.
Because my name's Monist, she brought up Monist. Okay, so then, so then they started at least 15 right away. Carol Monist brought her yeast can. It went on. I was getting really not like that. I was not. Until finally, I almost died. She puts my name up on the screen. Okay, I'm like, oh gosh, here we go. And she said, Carol, I want to really direct, on this comment. And everybody in the chat saying, like, all the bad Monist, yeast, that shit, it was really brutal stuff. And that's when she's like, my picture's right up there. When I said about the LCL. And so she goes, Carol, I really don't agree with you, and I can prove that. I don't know if you watched my show. My first show back when I talked about Brian. I only did that. And she's getting all like kind of, and then she goes back to the actual interview, and I'm sitting there going, oh boy. And she's like, so I just want to prove to you that I wasn't starting anything. I was just talking about my experience with him. And blah, blah, blah. And finally she goes, why am I even doing this? Why am I going back to defend myself? Because of what Carol said. You know what? I'm going on to something and married and young black economist. She's been really going after her, and I hope y'all. I mean, I did, but she's already said she's got her other YouTube channel waiting. She's got a piggyback on TVs. Oh yeah, she's already promoting that she's gonna get canceled like Purple Kool-Aid, and she's all ready to go. So she's like, oh yeah.
Don't worry, Yeast Beast. The second I change platforms, I will make sure you know exactly where I am, because where will you listen to me every day if I am taken down from YouTube? What will you do, Yeast Beast? Where will you get your hit every day? This woman is literally living in an ashtray. Oh my God. There's a part, I can't find it, but at one point she's like, who does she think she is? And I was like sitting there and I was going, me. I think I'm me. Me. I'm just a baby. And that very much upsets Jen Altman when I said, she's just a baby. She copied it tonight on here. She was like, when she goes, when Jess goes, she's just a baby. She copies everything I do. She's going to society now. No, she's saying she's just a baby. She's copying me. Why can't you just be original and be yourself and do something interesting? God. Oh, anyway, I gotta go. I gotta get ready for bed and go nights. I almost just died. This chat is unmatched. This chat is just unrivaled. She smokes a pack a day and probably follows with a gallon of Carlo Rossi. Carlo Rossi said we, dude. That's so funny. Oh, it's with the jug with the handle. I knew exactly what you meant by that. All right, Jimmy's going live. Bye. Peace out. Go say hi to Auntie Deb. And he better not fucking tell any of the things I told him. Jimmy, hold it together and don't say anything. If I can't do it, you can't do it. Good night. Someone check on Charles. Love you. Bye.
It's all your favorite Jess Machado songs on one CD. Wake up in the morning feeling like P. Diddy. Grab my glasses, I'm out the door. I'm gonna hit this city. Before I leave, brush my teeth, say goodbye to Jack. When I leave for Bunny After Dark, I'm not coming back. It's all the hits you've always loved in one place. Just so everyone knows, it's alright because I got Jeff his new guitar. And that's okay, cause my family is the best thing for me. Whether you're singing in the car by yourself or hanging out with your besties, there's a song for everybody. How much is that coffee at Society? Last week it was 50 cents less. How much is